Mike Lawler. He wants to blame Democrats. Congressman, New York Congressman Mike Lawler wants to blame Democrats for getting rid of the Speaker McCarthy. I forgot his name already. McCarthy. All right. I want you to listen to this, and then we'll take it on the other side, because the gall of this guy is, I think, amazing. But at least he had one good thing to say. He said that Matt Gaetz should be expelled out of the House, out of the party, and also not the people who followed him and voted to kick him out as well, but those guys were just, according to his own words, useful idiots. Check this out.
And member of the Main Street Caucus, Mike Lawler. Congressman, thank you very much. I hear you have an opinion about Matt Gaetz and that you do think he should be expelled.
Oh, I think he should be expelled from the conference, no question. He violated the conference rules by bringing the motion to vacate forward without a majority of the majority, and teamed up with 208 Democrats to remove a duly elected House Republican Speaker. He undermined the conference, he undermined the institution, and he undermined the country, and he doesn't care. And so to me, I don't really see why we would have him part of our conference going forward. It's clear he's not somebody who's willing to work within the conference and wants to associate himself more with House Democrats to remove a Republican speaker. So I certainly believe that he should be removed from conference.
What about the other 7 who voted alongside of him? What do you think of them?
I think, unfortunately, some of them were useful idiots in this crusade on Matt Gaetz's part. It was petty, it was personal, and it really, again, undermined the conference and the institution. Look, voters elected a House Republican majority to govern the House, to serve as a check and balance on the reckless spending of the Biden administration, $5 trillion in new spending in 2 years, totally unsustainable. And they wanted us to do something about the border. Unfortunately, these 8 individuals torpedoed the conference, took out our best player on the field, if you will, and created a constitutional crisis. We need to get a new speaker elected. We need to get back to doing the work of the American people, holding this administration accountable, reining in spending, dealing with our southern border, which in my home state of New York has created an absolute calamity. You have the mayor of New York City saying that the migrant crisis is destroying New York City. The governor saying there's no more room at the inn. We need to slow down the influx at the border. We have real challenges, and this prevents us from dealing with those challenges.
I think you're right about the border, and especially in a place like New York, where it is coming to a head. And I have questions about the bipartisan nature of the House and whether it can work together. But I do want to get your take on the 2 people that are currently now, I guess, leading the conversation about leading the House, Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan. Do you support either one of them?
Well, so let me just comment on the bipartisan nature of the House real quick. I think there was an opportunity yesterday, frankly. I am a member of Problem Solvers. We did have a meeting, and I think there was an opportunity for folks to put the country above the insanity, and all 208 Democrats that were here voted with Matt Gaetz. I think it was an opportunity that was missed, and I think it left a lot of people with a bad taste in their mouth about the ability of problem solvers to function.
My understanding from the Democrats, part of the problem was that Kevin McCarthy just wasn't trustworthy for the Democrats, that he needed them to help pass the funding bill, and then he went on TV and blamed them for trying to shut down the government when that just wasn't the reality.
When that just wasn't the reality, as usual, they lie. Lawler is no friend of Democrats, all right? And I use people like Lawler and other Republicans that are telling some truths about their own for exactly that reason. Because if they are saying these things, it shows you how bad it is. A good friend just sent me a text and thought that I was using Lawler as a good Republican. He's not. I mean, he comes out against AOC, he attacks AOC, and he attacks Mondaire Jones. So to my friend, my brother, who's just sent me the text, I am not here to defend this guy. I'm saying if this guy believes that Matt Gaetz and all these guys are clowns, and we know he himself is a despicable type of person who would pass policies that harm Americans, then it is definite that these guys are beyond the pale. So no, don't ever think that these guys can pull one over any of us in the PDR posse, my brother.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.